The last presidential election brought protests to the streets of Portland, and tonight, planning is already underway to handle expected violence in the city on election night. This is KOIN 6 News at 4. I'm Elizabeth Din.
And I'm Dan Tilkin. Today, a local law enforcement agency says they're working together on safety and security for the election. Our Lisa Balick has been talking with law enforcement leaders today. She joins us live from downtown Portland with what they had to say.
Well, the Portland police chief says this year's election is bringing a lot of fear and uncertainty to people. That's why the Portland Police Bureau is already reaching out to other agencies to provide some support around election time. Now, they've been having regular meetings in Portland. They want to prevent what happened back in November 2016 after President Trump was elected. Dozens of Portland businesses vandalized, rioters using rocks and baseball bats, fires set, more than 100 people arrested during several nights of violence. Protesters spilling out onto freeways. I found out there was a meeting last week set up by the mayor with Portland Police, the Sheriff's Office, State Police, and representatives from the Governor's Office to work on a unified command plan coming up for election night. Now, they won't share many details. They say there is no identified threat at this point, but they make it clear they won't allow a lot of the actions that happened last time.
In 2016, I think we were reacting to it a lot over those first few days, and we want to have plans in place already to have adequate resources to deal with anything that comes up.
Now, even though the mayor is against it, dozens of Portland officers remain deputized as federal officers, which means arrests they make could result in tough federal charges against suspects. Now, the deputy chief told me that Portland Police, State Police, and the Sheriff's Office are in daily conversations on the election planning, and he says it's not just for election night, but the subsequent nights as well. I'll have much more of this coming up tonight at 5. Live in Southwest Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.
All right.